Well, hello, everyone. This is Dr. Ayleen, and this is a daily dose of medicine walk. And for those of you who are listening in on Blog Talk Radio, this is Healing House Radio. So, as our time together and our exploration of empathy continues, I hope that everyone is being able to get sort of an idea as to the management of empathy and to get a broader idea on what empathy means, that it's not just about emotions, and that there are definite benefits and detriments to being an empath. So that's the focus of today's question, which is it a benefit or a detriment to be an empath in a crisis? That is a great question, especially now. And there's Luna. She's decided she's got a special spot over there. Anyway, and the answer to that question in the most straightforward way is it depends. If an empath is a managed empath, if it's somebody who knows how to, both, contain or expand their own empathy as needed, then you have a situation where you have an opportunity for someone who is tremendously good at de-escalating situations. A managed empath is an absolute expert at de-escalation, because we can be able to connect with somebody, be able to interact with them, and be able to come from where they're coming from, which means that they don't feel so alone. They don't feel so pushed. They feel as though there's a safe place for them to go and for them to express themselves. Let's say, there's a lot that goes on politically. And while I'm not going to get into any of that, but the idea that in dealing with someone who is just dealt with like a tremendously personal sort of, feeling of disappointment over something that's occurred politically. Now, you can confront them and tell them that they shouldn't be feeling the way they're feeling, and, try to be very logical with them, which usually gets a very bad response. The person feels picked on, the person feels misunderstood, they feel disrespected, and that never goes anywhere good. Or if the person is an unmanaged empath, they can go into crisis with that person and actually stir them up. Or if you are a managed empath, you can stop and say, wow, I am so sorry that this is so hurtful to you. I mean, this was obviously really, really important, and this really, really mattered. And I'm so sorry that you're in this pain. Do you want to talk about it? So out of those three options, a managed empath is able to take a DEFCON, 5, actually a DEFCON 1 situation, which is the worst situation, and bring it down to a DEFCON 5. And, for those of you who don't know what that means, you can Google it. It's a common term for, it's kind of like a governmental grading of a crisis situation. So if something is at its highest level of crisis, an empath can often help to bring that down just by remaining centered, remaining grounded, connecting, relating, and then helping to draw that person down and help them de-escalate themselves. It isn't that you're making someone change what they feel. You're just identifying with them, allowing them a safe place for them to feel okay, to connect to the hurt. Because most often when people are really, really angry about something, if you go down a few layers, it reaches a place of hurt where they're hurting or they're scared. And to be able to go into that place with them and sit there and just be with them as a calm, soothing, sort of, comforting source, often people will calm down fairly quickly. And I have done that several times myself, to go in and de-escalate situations. And like I said, empaths are masters at de-escalation when they're managed. Now, when it's a detriment is when an empath is unmanaged. Because not only will they take on the crisis, the energy, the fear, the anger, the agitation of the crisis, they actually then become transmitters. And what they can do is they take it in and churn it up, magnify it, and then send it back out. So that's a problem. That's a big problem. And, really, that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing these videos and I'm doing these talks, and I'm trying to get people to understand that empathy is so much more than just feeling other people's feelings. Because once you realize you can transmit, that means that you can be able to take responsibility for it and that you can choose what it is you transmit. Because just as an unmanaged empath, draws in all that negativity and builds on it, because then whatever it is within themselves that resonates with hopelessness and anger and fear and all of that stuff and panic, rather than building up that negativity and then sending it out as tenfold, you can take that negativity, find balance with it, reshape it, bring in the calm, and that is what is radiated tenfold. We're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. We can do this. I know we're scared, but we can do this. It's going to be okay. We're going to make it. So that's the difference between that aspect of managing empathy and not managing empathy. So, is it a benefit or a detriment? That's up to you. So, thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, you can leave them in the comment section. You can also contact me through my Facebook page, Medicine Walk with Dr. Ayleen. And you can also contact me through my Twitter, which is in the description. So if this worked for you, if this made sense to you, please press the like button, and also please subscribe. It'll really help me out and help out the channel. So, I can really continue and improve and do more to get this information out, because I feel it's important information, because I want empaths to be as empowered and as confident as they possibly can. So, thank you for joining me. And as I said, if you have any questions or comments, please contact me, and I'll be happy to address any particular question that you might have regarding empathy. So, until next time, and as always, I wish you balance, and I wish you blessings from my heart to yours. Love you, and see you tomorrow.